Hey guys, how to deal with a bad childhood and having bad parents. As I've said in previous videos, I'm coming to you from a place of real life experience. I didn't have the best parents. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I basically didn't have a mother. My mother was violent, physically abusive, and she neglected me, and she was basically declared an unfit parent by the government of Canada. And my dad, he left my mother when I was 5 and my brother was 3 months old, packed all our shit in garbage bags, and he had to wait on the street with us so that my grandma could pick him up. And my dad lived with my grandma and raised us with my grandparents for about 7 years until he finally moved out into his own house and continued to raise us. So my father was a single dad, was basically raised by my grandma. That was the mother figure that I had in my life. And I still talk to my mother. She has really mellowed out quite a bit since my childhood, but I'm not very close to her, and I think that's a lot of the reason why I'm the way I am, especially when it comes to men and sex and just my values and attitude about life. A lot of it is to do with my childhood and my mother, I think. So how do you deal with having abusive parents, having a traumatic childhood? The first thing that I did was I stopped blaming my parents and my mother for the state of my life and for my problems and for why things didn't work out the way that I had wanted them to. I learned to take complete responsibility for my own life, and now that I'm an adult and I have control over my own destiny, okay, and my parents don't have a say anymore in what goes on in my life, I said, no, I am responsible. It's up to me now. The second thing I did was I made peace on my own with what had happened in my childhood. And I learned to reframe all the negative experiences and shed a different light on them and to give a new meaning to them. To me, these bad experiences made me who I am today. Okay, I don't think that I would be nearly as resilient and as emotionally strong. I'm not saying I'm like extremely emotionally strong, but I think that I am quite emotionally strong, and a lot of that is to do with the negative experiences that I went through and overcame in my past. And so I look at these experiences as lessons and as things that have shaped and built my character. I'm putting a positive light on them. That's how I choose to view these experiences. Because of this, they have helped me grow and they have benefited me. Looking at these experiences in this way has benefited me. If you had like a severe, traumatic, just terrible, and you're just not ready to see it in a positive light, that's okay too. What you need to do is you need to face these experiences. You cannot escape them and run away from them and try to forget them. That will not work. That will lead to more bad things happening in your life. You have to at least face what has happened. Be aware of it. Face your fears. I really suggest that you check out Teal Swan. She's got a lot of methods and ideas for healing your inner child, or your emotional body is what she calls it. So I'll link her channel below. It's a really great resource if you went through a lot of trauma as a child. The last thing that I would suggest is you need to make peace with what happened so that you can step into your own destiny. This bad experience and bad childhood is an obstacle or a challenge that you were meant to overcome so that it could build your character, so that you could create your own purpose in life, so that you can discover your dharma or your life's work or your destiny. Okay? You are here for a reason. That's what your main focus should be. Okay, so the whole point of dealing with a bad childhood is that so you can just make peace with it and move on to greater, better things. Once you switch your focus, okay, so now that I feel that I've, for the most part, overcome what happened to me, I don't really think about it very often. I don't dwell on it. It's not something that I like subconsciously try to escape from. Once you get to that point and you're able to channel your energy towards your goals, what you want your future to look like, the life that you want to create for yourself, the whole issue of your childhood and not getting the greatest parents will dissolve. It will no longer be a primary problem in your life. Just trust me when I say this. Okay guys, I hope that this has helped. Like I said, go check out Teal Swan. Really great ideas for dealing with childhood trauma. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!